class is officially back in session, and welcome back to another episode of Relationship Boss Academy. I hope you had an amazing weekend and are feeling good heading into Monday. Literally every time I step outside, like all of the trees in my area have officially like turned orange, red, bright yellow, and I just look around and I'm like, oh, I love fall. October is my favorite month. It is about to be October. I'm a huge fan. And last night my husband and I had a really fun date. We went to, well, first it started out with us just having to go to Target because we just needed some stuff. And on the way there, I was like, oh, we should do that date trend where you each go and do your own shopping, and we each got each other our favorite drinks, our favorite sweet, and then we picked out something fun to give to each other. And I got my husband a Bluey Halloween long sleeve shirt because he's obsessed with Bluey. And I thought this shirt was very cute. And if he doesn't want to wear it, you already know that I'm going to take it and I'm going to wear it. And he, for his fun gift, got me, if you're watching on YouTube or even on Spotify, he got me this super cute Zero Squashmallow. I think I'm saying that one. Squishmallow. Whatever. From The Nightmare Before Christmas. And he has the cutest little pumpkin nose. Lately, I've recently just got into squishies and wanting to sleep with like something that's comfy and cozy. I don't know if it's me trying to heal a part of my inner child, but it works and I love it and I'm so happy about it. Anyway, that reminded me about like October and it being boo basket season and how I see all of these like women just wishing and hoping and sending videos to their partners being like, can you please just get me a boo basket, and how thoughtful it is when your partner does do those small and super nice things for you. So if you're a man and you're listening to this episode, take this as your sign as we get into October to go and make your partner a boo basket. Literally, you can make one for under $20. Like, get a candle, get something from the dollar section at Target. When I went to Target last night, or even the night before, or a couple days before, they had these $5 painting kits where you can paint like a pumpkin or you can paint a haunted house. And they're $5 each or $10 each, whatever. And it's a cute date night. You put that into the boo basket. Like, you're already one step ahead with planning a date night. You got like some cute little stuff, cute little bits. It's mostly the thought behind it that counts, okay? Which, in turn, this episode today is for the men. And if you are a woman listening, like, fantastic, amazing, great, send this to your partner and or share to your socials, whatever the case may be. But I wanted to talk about 5 reasons why your partner might be mad at you and go into each one of those very quickly, okay? 1, she came to you with a need and you got defensive and you made it about you, okay? If your partner comes to you with a need and they come to you, and that took a lot of courage for them to even come to you with a need that they have. Maybe they're not used to doing it, or maybe there was something that like they've been working up towards and working with a therapist and or someone like myself to come up with the courage and the bravery to ask you for your needs, for her needs to be met without fear. And she comes to you and you immediately get defensive, make it about you because your ego gets in the way. And when she comes to you with a need, you're taking it personal. You're taking it as a personal attack against you, thinking, well, aren't I meeting your needs? Aren't I doing this? Like, am I just not good enough? Am I not showing up enough in this relationship if your needs aren't being met? Like, don't make it about you. Just don't. Listen to what she has to say. Ask her questions if you need clarity. Be curious and ask for examples if you need examples, okay? But it's not about you if she's coming to you with a need that has to be met, so don't make it about you. Don't take it personal, okay? And ladies, if you are going to communicate a need to your partner, make sure you go back and you listen to my episode about how to actually have your needs met, but make sure that you approach it with I statements, like, instead of you statements. Like, you never get me a boo basket. You never do nice things for me. You're never thoughtful. Instead, we want to say, like, listen, like, I would absolutely love it if you surprised me with like a boo basket, or I'm going to send you this video and I want you to take it as a hint of something that I want and that I need in our relationship. Like, just be thoughtful. Just be considerate when we are communicating our needs, okay? And men, don't make it about you. Or women, don't make it about you if your partner comes to you with a need too, right? Number 2, reason why your partner might be mad at you is that it's been a really, really long time since you've done the little things for her. Please just start doing the little things consistently without the expectancy of getting something in return. Like, this isn't tit for tat. We're not playing the fairness game. It's not because I did this, now I expect this from you. We should be doing these thoughtful things for our partner solely because we want to be doing these thoughtful things for our partners. So get her the flowers just because. Make the reservation at the restaurant that she mentioned that she wanted to go to when you guys were having a conversation one night because you listened to her, you heard her, okay? Or leave her just a little bit of a love note, a post-it note before you leave for work for the day, or if you know she's about to have a really stressful day at work, like send her a text with a little bit more effort than you would normally send. Like, put some effort into these things and don't do them once, do them consistently, okay? Do them consistently. You are going to realize how beneficial this is going to be for your relationship by just doing these little things often, all right? Reason number 3 why she might be mad at you is you didn't do what you said you were going to do. I know for me personally, like my biggest pet peeve and one of my biggest triggers, because it's something that I dealt with as a kid, like my dad would never do what he said he was going to do growing up. He could never keep a promise. And so if my husband says he's going to do something and he doesn't do it or makes a promise to me and doesn't keep that promise, I get really upset and I get really mad about those things. Not only because I had the expectation that he was going to do it, because he said he was going to do it, excuse me, but because that's what builds trust in a relationship, is your words aligning with your actions, is you doing what you say you are going to do. For me, it's even as something as small as if you said you were going to take the trash out and you didn't take the trash out. I'm only going to want to remind you once, and then I'm going to start getting frustrated, because if you said you're going to do it, I expect you to do it. And maybe that's just me having unrealistic expectations. No, that's an actually realistic expectation. I'm sorry. Because if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I'm sure my partner appreciates it when I do what I say that I am going to do. So if you say you're going to do something, do it. If you make a promise, keep it. If, your words align with your actions, you are going to be in a really beautiful, beautiful place and avoid a lot of conflict and a lot of arguments and a lot of cold shoulders, let's say, okay? Next, we have you are not validating her feelings even if you do not agree with them. This is something that I see happen so frequently with my clients on breakthrough sessions, any couples that I work with. When someone expresses a feeling, that they're hurt, that they're sad, whatever the case may be, that they're frustrated, that they're angry over something that their partner has done or not done, right? Sometimes our partners are immediately ready to be on the defense and try to prove the illegitimacy of the feelings of the other person. But it is not for anybody else to determine someone else's feelings, whether you agree with them or not. Because everyone's feelings are their own feelings. Their feelings are valid, okay? So even if you don't agree with their feelings, it's still your responsibility and a need, safety-wise, emotionally safety-wise, right? To validate your partner's feelings, right? To be listen, I understand that you're sad and I'm so sorry that anything I did contributed to you feeling sad or you feeling hurt, right? And my intention was to never make you feel sad or to never make you feel hurt. I love you and I would never want to hurt you, right? That validation has to be there before you even remotely want to start trying to prove them wrong or to invalidate their feelings or try to explain yourself, okay? Trust me on this. You need to take a minute to make them feel seen, to make them feel heard, and to make them feel understood first and foremost. And this can be really difficult for a lot of people because sometimes we get uncomfortable with other people's negative emotions or other people's negative feelings, whether it's how we grew up or whatever the case may be. But this is going to be such a game changer in your relationship if you learn how to validate each other's feelings first and foremost before you get into all of the other stuff. Okay? Trust me on this one. And lastly, you're not even remotely trying to nurture and create any emotional intimacy. And I think that people have a lot of, I don't know, maybe like non-education or confusion on what emotional intimacy actually looks and feels like in a relationship. But to me, emotional intimacy is something as simple as like having those heart-to-heart moments before bed, like pillow talk and just talking to each other. It's having inside jokes with one another and being able to laugh and goof around and have fun and be able to comfortably tap into your inner child together. It's in those moments where you can sit in silence, not being on your phone and not having the TV on and just kind of be in each other's presence without the need to fill that empty space. It's in those moments where you're at dinner and you guys are having really beautiful conversation because you're curious and wanting to kind of put yourself in your partner's shoes to know how they're feeling and what's on their mind and ask them questions and spark conversation about things and actually show some interest. Even if you've been together for like 10 years or 20 years or 5 years, there's ways to still have really cool conversation and intellectual conversation with your partner that creates these emotionally intimate moments with one another. It's in those moments where, you know, you just feel so seen and you feel so connected to one another emotionally. Maybe it's just crying on your partner's shoulder and them being there to kind of give you that hug, right? It's just emotional safety. It's emotional intimacy. It's letting your walls down. And so often I hear a lot of women complaining and fussing and struggling with the fact that their partner is just doing nothing to create any emotional intimacy in the relationship. And I do feel like it's likely because like we don't know how. We don't like, none of us have been really even taught how to do that, you know, because we've grown up with our phones in our face. So there's been no need to really pour any energy and any effort into creating beautiful conversation with each other because like we haven't been forced to do that since we've grown up, right? If you need help creating emotional intimacy, I have a fantastic workbook. It has prompts, it has activities, it has help with creating beautiful conversation and communication. It has like date nights in there for you. It has everything that you need to create some awesome, gorgeous emotional intimacy in your relationship if you struggle in that department, okay? Because I can guarantee you one of the reasons why your partner may be pulling away is because you are not putting any effort and she feels like she is constantly putting in all of the emotional effort. She's constantly trying to like pull conversations out of you. She's constantly trying to connect with you and create these emotionally intimate moments, but like you're not carrying your weight of doing that as well. So you got to learn how to do that too, okay? All right, that's all I had on my list. Quick and easy for a Monday, right? We're just going to get straight to the point. So if you're a man and you're struggling in your relationship and you constantly feel like you're not doing anything right and your partner is always mad at you, I can almost guarantee you it is because of one of these 5 reasons, all right? And if you're struggling and need help, never hesitate to book a session with me. If you want some more in-depth content, unfiltered bonus episodes, please make sure you are subscribing to the Patreon. The link is in the caption of this episode. And I love you all so much. If you are listening to this in the morning, afternoon, or night, my loves, I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or night.